Hello again. In this video in the series of renewable energy, we're going to talk about geothermal. As it suggests, geo, the planet, thermal, heat energy. Now, the planet is covered in what's called tectonic plates. And on the edge of these tectonic plates, either you have subduction zones where the crust of the earth goes underneath itself and goes back in to the core and melt. There are places where magma erupts, spreads and forms new land. There's one down the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This fault line, as they call it, runs up to Iceland. Now Iceland has hot springs, it has geysers, it is very volcanically active. With volcanism comes freebies, comes heat, comes hot water. It is one of the best ways that a country that is anywhere near a fault line or where the geothermal energy of this planet comes within reach of us on the surface. Basically, all you're doing is using the heat of the planet itself to turn water into steam. That steam then drives a turbine, which in turn turns a generator, which in turn produces electricity. Happy days. It is free, completely, totally and utterly free. Now, there's one problem with this. Not everybody has an active fault line. Iceland use it quite a lot. Their power generation system is now leaning towards geothermal on a massive scale. In other countries where there is a subduction zone, a fault line, or a route to the naturally occurring heat within the planet. Now this heat is produced by gravity compressing the inside of the planet. The pressure in there heats up the internal materials within the planet's Earth itself. Also, there is degradation of nuclear radioactive materials. So uranium, obviously, as time goes on, degrades, but it gets hot. It forms heat. So you have got the heat produced by decaying radioactive material. You have the heat produced because of the natural pressures within the planet itself. You do not have to pay for any of that. So go to Iceland, get yourself a pipe, stick it in the ground, pump water around it. That water turns to steam because of the pressure and the heat. Comes back up the pipe at high pressure, straight through the turbine, spins the turbine, switch your kettle on. You've just boiled your kettle from the energy released within the planet itself. This is one that does not depend on the sun. Most energy systems we use are solar dependent, even to the point of fossil fuels. Sounds very silly. Fossil fuels is carbon that has been created by living things, that has been pressurized and stored 700 million, 65 million years. We dig it up, we burn it, we release that energy that has been stored down there like a battery to produce electricity. This one, you just don't need anything. You don't need the sun, you don't need dead animals, you don't need trees, you don't need gas, oil, coal, anything. All you need is a pipe, a reservoir of water, and a turbine to spin that steam when it comes out. Does sound, that's oversimplification, fair enough. But the root of it is, that's all you need. Again, you don't get any cleaner than that. All you're doing is turning water to steam because of the planet.